welcome to episode 5 of Mochi Yarns. We are currently heading into the Saturday market in Mannheim, and I cannot wait to show you the beauty of the Saturday market in Mannheim. Then see you later. So today is the inauguration of the new Planken in Mannheim, and the city of Mannheim has decided to actually make a really awesome thing about showing the stuff that they're doing to clean the city, to actually have kind of shops opening a little bit on Saturday a little bit later, or even on Sunday a little bit to open on Sunday, because in Germany shops do not open on Sunday at all. So let me show you how it looks at the moment. It's just one part of it, but then later on I'm gonna go for a walk and I'm gonna show around how the city of Mannheim actually looks after it has been renovated for several times. Currently, we are rebuilding our basically where my craft area is, because my boyfriend would like to have some area where he can work too, and it's only fair in a relationship to have areas where we both can work together.
Hashtag equality.
So the apartment is a little bit upside down at the moment, but let me show you a bit of how the apartment looks at the moment, and I'm hopeful that to show you how is it going to look at the end. So normally my spinning wheel goes here, some of the stuff I have them here, and we're just doing all of this area over here. We just constructed these boxes, and here's my pin wall and everything, and here is where my boyfriend's computer is gonna go. So we have finally finished the majority of the stuff, and now I'm gonna show you how it looks now. After we have cleared everything out, it's gonna look much better. in my last episode, I actually was purchasing some snacks and chocolates that I actually sent to my friend Grace from, actually her YouTube channel is Babbles and Travels. And the thing is that I got her package, and I am so happy because I'm a sucker for recycling, and I am so glad that she actually used the same box that I sent her. And oh my god, I mean, this is a very, very big box. I don't remember actually showing in it. And I am super excited because I just opened it. It's like I took away the card and read it off camera because I wanted to see, and it's such a beautiful card actually. And but I just wanted to show you the front. It's so cute. And it says, a little hug whenever you are feeling sad and things aren't going right and your usual happy smile has slipped out of sight. Here's a little hug from me if I cannot be there, because I want you to know just how much I care. And oh my god, I look at this. It's a little owl, and owls are so cute. Anyways, I will show you and I will unbox the unbox the box that I got. It says over here in the clearance declaration that it's chocolate crisps and sweets. Now this is a lot of UK and North American English. I learned North American English, and I have always wondered what was crisps, and my boyfriend cleared me out what crisps were, which is the same for them as chips in the US. So it is actually very interesting. So the first thing that I have seen at the moment is a very big bag of potato. So I'm guessing that this is potato chips or potato crisps. As far as my knowledge goes, I know that Irish love their potatoes. So it's really, really, really a really big bag. And it has come very timely because yesterday night I went out drinking and I am feeling a little bit hungover. So they came in a very nice timing, I would say. And now we have Athlone sweets. Are milk teeth? This looks like teeth. They really literally look like teeth. This is hilarious. Do you know how many times I'm going to use this to go and kiss my boyfriend with this teeth? Baby! Oh my god. I am gonna use this. I'm gonna harm baby. Sexy and romantic. There is bumper bag. Oh my god. I don't know if these are the same, but this Parma violets and this Fissers, I have had them before in my country. This, I don't know, this one's over here, this long one. We have like a version, I think, from in my country about it. I don't remember the name at the moment. I will have to ask my best friend about it. Drumstick! Yeah, we have had this before. I have had this before in my country. I know I have it. I can see the packaging, and I know I have had this for some reason. Then we have, ooh, berries tea. I know this is the gold blend. I know about this one. I have always been wanting to try it. I was thinking about ordering it through Amazon, and now I have it. Tea. I love tea. Tea is delicious. And then we have Butler's Chocolate Masters hot chocolate drink. Oh, I don't know how you guys drink chocolate. I don't know. European hot chocolate is very different from the Latino hot chocolate. At some point, I should actually make a recipe of hot chocolate the way that we do it in Latin America, because we don't have this tabs. I mean, we do have kind of like a tab, but it's a very cold pressed cacao tab with a lot of spices in it. And then you boil some milk and you put this tablet inside and it dissolves, but it's actually, it still looks very milky and it's not creamy at all. And it's not creamy at all. Do you want some chocolate, Juancito? You already have breakfast, mi amor. So this is actually, I am interested on testing and drinking at least Irish hot chocolate. So I'm a sucker for all of this stuff. Oh my god, this looks so delicious. Then we have another Butler's Wild Raspberry and salted caramel. Oh my god, I love this. I love this. And then we have Smarties. We do have Smarties in Germany. I have eaten them and I have seen them on the supermarket over here. So we do have Smarties. First time that I am gonna eat them. So it is like we have them. I have never tasted them, but it looks like M&Ms, kind of like the European version of M&Ms. So I am thinking that they're gonna taste like M&Ms. Will they taste differently? I don't know. Well, it's the Smarties. I'm smart because I'm smarty. Very bad pun, I know. Then we have animal bars. Are they shaped in animals? Because this is a really like animal. It says animal bars, and apparently it is. Apparently it is. So I can't wait to taste them. Like, I'm a sucker for chocolate. Oh my god. This is gonna last a while. Maybe. Then we have fingers. Fingers. Oh, it's open. It's okay. I'm still gonna eat it. But it's called fingers. And this look kind of like crispy, like a bread inside, and it is covered with chocolate on the outside. It looks delicious. So I am gonna eat. I am gonna get fat. And I don't mind it. I love this. Then we have Jacob's Club Milk. I've never, like, there's a lot of stuff that I have not seen. Some things, like for example this bumper bag, I have seen it, the Smarties, but the rest I have never seen it. So this is Club Milk. I don't know how it tastes, and it looks like there's a biscuit inside. I don't know if it's biscuit or kind of like some cookie inside, white cookie with caramel. But yeah, it looks delicious. I'm so hungry at the moment. Then we have snack, shortcake. I've never tried shortcake, actually. So this is, everything is completely new in here for me. So I don't know. They're starting to squeak because they hear the rustling of the bag. So yeah, shortcake. I have never had shortcake, so I am going to taste it for the first time. Then there's shortcake and shortbread now, because we have an assortment of pure butter shortbread. Oh my god. You know, in my country we have something that is called chuponeado, and this is chuponeado, in which we take the cookies and we dump them on the coffee, and that's chuponeado. And then you like really like you dump things in the coffee or milk or whatever you want to do it, and then eat it and then drink more milk or coffee, and that is chuponeado. And this looks perfect for a chuponeado day, which I am going to sit down in front of the TV with my glass of milk because yes, I like drinking glass of milk. I don't drink coffee. And I am going to watch, I don't know, maybe RuPaul's Drag Race or Star Trek Discovery and just dump the cookies in milk and then eat them. Oh my god, this is a chuponielo evening. I'm already thinking about the chuponielo evening now. Oh yeah. And then we have Kimberly. Is it Kimberly or Kimberley? Because this is really, I don't know how, Kimberly or Kimberley. But we have this, and it looks like if I run out of my butter cookies, then I am gonna have this Kimberly or Kimberley to continue my chuponielo evening. Chuponielo for the day, chuponielo for the day. If you're Salvadoran, you know what I'm talking about. Chuponielo evening. No way! Look at these! This is so cute! So cute! I think assorted filled eggs. Oh my god, this is so cute. I'm gonna put like haberdashery in here, like all the cutesy stuff and everything. So, oh my god, I love this. I'm a sucker for small stuff. Oh. And then we have, well, she asked me because she actually went into the Edinburgh, Edinburgh, I think it's Edinburgh, EYF, to EYF. She went to EYF, to the Edinburgh Yarn Festival, and she asked me if I wanted something from there, and I asked her, buy me one pin. Like, it's okay. I think that stuff over there are very expensive, and you know, like, I don't want to, like, already, like, all of this snacks and everything, it's already very expensive. At least you know, I'm trying to not take advantage of this stuff. So I asked her for one pin, and she sent me the EYF pin. Let me see. Yeah, the EYF pin. She sent me this cute Scottish, I don't even know if it's a Viking or a little man, but it has horns and it's so cute. This is gonna go in my keychain, by the way. So and I have been wanting to buy a pins from La Bien-Amie, and she bought me one from her. Oh my god, I am a super huge fan of La Bien-Amie, and I am a super huge fan of Amy, who is the owner behind La Bien-Amie. And she actually has a very beautiful shop in Paris. I have been to Paris. I have not gone in the last few years, and I have been wanting to actually visit it because I admire her in the way that she makes colors. She's a person to look up to, you know, Amy, and I am so happy to have one of her pins. And yeah, it warms my heart. And it's the ones, yay, I'm having more pins. So yeah, I normally collect stickers, but I want to start collecting pins too. Yay. Oh my god, this is the cutest thing ever. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Grace. This has made my day. This is gonna help me on my hungover. And I really, really thank you again. I really feel like this is a very big hug. I'm so happy about it, and yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. So I am currently in Worms. Yes, the city is actually called Worms, or the place that I'm in, it's called Worms. And we are in Easter now, and that means that I have family visiting me, and we are actually making a wine tour this time. And it's amazing. I live in the Pfalz, which is the Rhine area in Germany, so I cannot wait to see and to show all the stuff around that is going on over here. We're currently in Bingen, and we are doing a small walk over here and looking at the Rhine River and all of the beautiful Rhine area that it gets really beautiful in summer, and well, spring and summer. So this is the second time that I have been trying to come to this place. I am currently in Schwetzingen, and this is a castle that I have been planning to come for a while now. The last weekend I was trying to actually come here, but it was so rainy and so windy that I actually had to just simply say, no, this is enough. So now we decided to come here into Schwetzingen, and today is doing a beautiful 26 degrees. And yes, I would like to show you around how it looks over here. Then accompany me. Hi everybody, thank you so much for accompanying me in this last few episodes. I know that this episode has been a bit heavy on the music. It's because I honestly wanted to show you a little bit more about the environment, all the beautiful things that I was seeing. And now we are going to sit down for a moment and hopefully chat a little bit on what I have been doing in the last few days that I have not been posting any podcast. So as you saw on I already posted my first review, which it was from the Lana Box review. I have been a little bit busy. I actually received a letter from the immigration department that I have already the the security. So it's a letter that says that I will get my German passport. I have to do a few other stuff, but basically it says over here the Einbürgerungszusicherung, which means that, yeah, that I am gonna get myself my passport. And that means that this baby over here, look at this. This is my passport, my current passport. And this is gonna be the last time, or at least this year, it's going to be the last time that I'm gonna be traveling as a Salvadoran. And I am super excited. I cannot wait to become a German. I'm super happy that this is happening. So yeah, take a look. This is the last time that you will see this first and last time that you will see this passport. And I am so happy that I will have a different nationality. So yeah, moving on into the things that I have been working on. I think that in this video I have shown you that I was working on the commission for this friend, and I have already packed and sent this sweater for this friend of mine. Her name is Grace and she is actually in New Jersey, and I cannot wait until she gets the sweater on her hands, which it's kind of like a really bad that I actually took a little bit longer to make the sweater, because I would have wished for her to use it on the colder, a little bit of a colder weather, but it's okay. I think that she's gonna be able to use it anyways in the winter when it comes this year anyways. So I'm excited when she receives it. I hope that she's gonna take some pictures, because I'm super nervous. I only base myself on her measurements from internet, so I am actually like a little bit worried that the arms are gonna be a little bit too long. So yeah, I'm just kind of like excited to see how is it going to fit on her, how is it going to look on her. Because she's not here and I am not there with her, I don't know how basically this is going to turn out to be looking for her. So I'm just like super crossing my fingers that this is going to turn to be all right. Now moving on into works in progress. So this week it has been kind of a little bit of chaotic week. There has been a lot of things that have happened, and I would really like to talk to you about it a little bit afterwards, after I talked about my projects. But basically I am kind of like running a little bit last minute, because on the 3rd of May, I'm going to be basically traveling to Prague. I'm going to stay there from the 3rd to the 6th of May, and I am going to go into a symphonic concert from Joey Hisaishi. And if you don't know him, he's actually the composer for the movies of Hayao Miyazaki, and so for the Studio Ghibli. And I am so excited to go. I cannot wait to film a little bit at least, and by the beginning of June at least, like compile all of the things that I have so I can show it to you in a much more longer podcast. Now, in this sense, I wanted to talk to you a little bit that after me going to Prague, I'm just gonna come back to my city, and then I will just basically pack everything again, wash clothes, pack everything, and then leave, because I am going for 3 weeks. So from the 9th of May till the 31st to the 30th of, I think until the 31st of May, I will be in Japan. And if you are located in Japan, I'm going to be in the Tokyo area, so I'm going to be mostly in Shinjuku and Shibuya. That's where my hotel is going to be, between these two areas. And if you have any friend or anyone who, or if you want to meet up with me, please do hit me a comment below, or at least send me a direct message through Instagram, and I totally going to meet up with you. We can go yarn shopping together, and that will be like super awesome to meet other people, yarn people in my travels too. Also, I am going to be in Kyoto, and from Kyoto, we are going to expand a little bit over there. And I'm going to be traveling to Osaka. I am going to go to Kobe. I'm planning to travel to other places in Japan. I already have the Japan rail tickets, so this is going to be very, very awesome experience, and I cannot wait. That if you want to meet up with me, that will be super awesome. And then, like, we can go yarn shopping if you want to. Now, moving on to my works in progress. Ooh. Moving on to my works in progress. I am currently, as you guys know, I have been making some gauge swatches for the second commission of this friend that she lives in El Salvador. Her name is Maureen. And I am still thinking about what type of stitch do I want to use for her yarn, because she chose one color, also like just not a variegated yarn. She chose one type of color for her yarn. I always think that one tone colors of yarn deserve to actually have a much more intricate pattern when it comes to stitches. And I was thinking to either do this star stitch for her sweater commission that I have, or, and I have already this one already done, which is the woven stitch, and it looks like this. And I think I am going to go more for the woven stitch, because I honestly like that the color, it has some variation of color, because obviously this is Malabrigo worsted. These are hand dyed, so normally this actually, like the color, if you can see it, it's actually very, very beautiful. So I am mostly thinking that I might go with a little bit of a simple pattern. Not so simple as just a single crochet, but a simple pattern, because anyways it's going to have a rib stitch under it. So it might probably be that the rib stitch plus this stitch is going to make it look a little bit more intricate. So that is basically one of the first gauges that I have done. A second gauge that I have done, because I am already creating another pattern for myself, it's this one, and it's basically a double crochet or treble crochet for our UK people over here. Basically it's a 10 by 10 square, and this is from a yarn dyer that she's based in Italy. This is I'm using a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook for this. For this one, I am using a 5.5, between a 5 and 5.5. This gauge is actually a 5.5, and this one over here, it's a 5 millimeter, sorry. This is a 5 millimeter crochet hook, and this is a 3.5. And the one that I'm using for, I'm gonna create a summer shirt. And I bought this yarn for my birthday last year. I went to Munich and I went into this shop called the Mercerie. And what would I say if it was very kind of like a weird experience, because I went by myself and I didn't go with anyone else. I was treated a little bit not so good. So I was a little bit disappointed. But then the second time that I went with a friend of mine, who she is white colored person, they treated me much, much better than the first time. So the yarn that I bought for my birthday is called From Snail Yarns, and it's this silky linen yarn. And it has 50% baby alpaca, 25% silk, and 25% linen. And it's 100 grams for 400 meters. And I honestly am in love with it. And the yarn shop actually did not have a very good lighting, and I did not took my glasses either with me that day. So I bought 3 of these skeins, and I thought that this skein, it was actually the same color as this one, and I only realized it when I arrived here into my city after traveling to Munich, that I had chosen the wrong color. So right now I am working in this shirt that I am doing with this one. First, like I have basically I had 82 grams because of the gauging that I did. I had 82 grams, so I have divided this into I think it was 84 or 82, somewhere around there. So I have divided these ones, and I decided that I am going to put this in the bottom of my shirt that I am actually crocheting, and then the rest I am going to do it with this color. So I'm hoping, and I cross my fingers, that this is gonna end up looking really nice. And then in the last things that I have been crocheting, I think that you saw that I was actually doing a cardigan, and this cardigan I finally have sewn it together, and I have finally added the arms and everything, and it's just still a little bit too big because this is a superwash wool. This was the Malabrigo Rios in the colorway Peaches. And let me try to show you how does it look. You can see, and let me try to... So as you can see, this is how the cardigan looks at the moment. I really like this long shoulder because, I don't know, I really like very big and fluffy cardigans. And if you can see, this is like where the start of the V-neck starts over here. I am going to place like some ribbing in this area so it can close a little bit over here, but at the same time I am going to make some decreases in this area. So because the front part, I'm sorry that you cannot see it, but anyways, I am going to make some decreases in this area because the front part, actually the front flaps go a little bit lower, and I would really like for the front flaps to actually go a little bit up, and that is something that I am gonna like try to do before I leave to Japan. I actually wanted to finish completely all of this before landing in Japan, but as far as I see, probably it's going to be that I might finish this while I'm still traveling over there. And then that's basically all of my works in progress at the moment that comes with yarn. I mean, that comes with crochet. And now I don't know if you looked at this post that I did at the other time. I have had experiences with weaving, and let's just say I have a post about me on my blog, and I know that I should actually post something on my blog, but I haven't done it yet, and that's something. I have writer's block at the moment, so it's easier for me to just simply come into the camera and just blah to the camera instead of blog posts. But I should keep up my blogging a little bit at the moment. But anyways, the thing is that if you have read this post in my blog, I have had a very big adventure with weaving. And I had given up with weaving because I thought like, okay, look, weaving is not for me. I know how to do math, I know how to do all of this stuff, but I think that was not for me, especially because this girl decided to actually start with a very, very complex yarn, and I should have not gone all the way with mohair at the beginning as a beginner weaver, you know, like don't do that. Just basically go with cotton at the beginning, cotton or wool, something easier, some acrylic. Just go with acrylic. Just don't be me. Don't make that mistake. I have done it. I don't recommend it. It's not fun, and I just gave up because I got very frustrated for going into a mohair. directly into a mohair project. Anyways, after looking at the Ply magazine inspiration, that's actually a very big inspiration for me. Ply magazine, and looking at Grace O'Neill from Babbles and Travels podcast, I decided that I should actually go back to weaving. And one of the recommendations I give in this blog post is that don't start immediately with a rigid head loom. And the reason why, it's because they're cheaper alternatives to start weaving without a rigid head loom. And the reason why I say this is because if you're a complete beginner, you do not know if actually weaving is for you. The majority of guilds, weaving guilds, at least my experience in my area, are very far away. So for me, weaving is something that I have to travel to the ass of the world to get myself a weaving experience that I cannot afford. So I decided to, at the beginning, to purchase this humongous, a 60 centimeter, I think it's a 24 inches rigid, Ashford rigid head loom. And do I regret it? No, I don't regret purchasing it. I regret the fact that that I did not have the opportunity of actually going into a guild to actually see if the rigid head loom is actually something for me. So in my post, I recommended that anyone who wants to start weaving to try with a weaving frame loom. You know, those school weaving frame looms. There are smaller frame looms that you can actually use. You can create even your own frame loom from cardboard boxes that you can cut the pieces and you can turn it into a weaving frame, a cheaper alternative, just to see if this is something that you really enjoy. And I decided to start first with the cardboard box. And then my scissors, I needed to buy scissors. And I was like, my scissors are really not that good at cutting cardboard boxes because my scissors are supposed to be for fabric cutting and not cardboard. So yeah, I know I should not have done that and I ruined them. So I had to buy scissors and then I decided to go to Etsy. And then after Etsy, I thought like, well, I should give it a try to, instead of just only buying a fabric scissor, I should actually give it a try and buy myself a weaving frame. And I did. And here is basically what I have been doing at the moment. So this is plain weaving. I have done some fringes over here and I am basically very, very happy with my weaving frame, honestly. It is very compact. You don't have to buy something so big at the beginning to actually get to know if weaving is for you. For me, I decided to start all over again with weaving, like if I have absolutely no experience with it. And I am actually having a lot of fun. I wish it would have come with, you know, a comb, but it did not. So I am using my bento box fork. So I am using that to actually like put the yarn basically to do this at the moment in like my I have forgotten the name now. So it's, you know, like when you push it down, I use a fork instead of a comb. I'm probably thinking I'm gonna go to the supermarket and buy myself a comb the next time that I go to the supermarket, which is not gonna be that far off. But yeah, it's just basically that's what I have been doing in the last few days when it comes to yarn projects. And before I end up this podcast with you, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what has happened to me. And I'm so sorry that this goodbye at the moment is going to be a little bit sad. My energy is not that high at the moment.
I had a on Monday this week. I had a very bad experience in which a man tried sexually assaulting me, and I have not been feeling well in the last few days. I was debating about talking about it in my podcast this time, but I think it's necessary for me to tell you that, like, I don't want to disappear. I am struggling a little bit with with my emotions at the moment after what happened. What I do want to say is that all the DMs in Instagram, all the messages of love and support from everyone in our yarn community, they have helped me a lot to, first of all, not feel guilty anymore. I was feeling very guilty for being a woman, and that something like this happened to me, and I was victim blaming myself for letting something like this to happen to me, and although I have been trying to be a little bit more compassionate towards myself, it has been a very difficult time for me. I have not been able to sleep, and I am very excited at some point that I will be able to cope. And I know that little by little, this is going to heal, What I want to say, I guess I am not prepared. I don't have any notes with me every time that I talk into the camera. I just want to say that if you have happened to have an experience like this, or even worse than what I actually experienced, please don't be afraid of reporting cases like this. It is very important that we women stay together too, and to find the people who support us and will give us the love and empathy that we need in such a difficult time. This attempt on sexual attack on me has shown me very much who are the people who are really my family and who will really be there for me when I need them, and who are the people who victim blame you or me or any person just for being a woman, being in the wrong time and place. I I just I guess what I want to say is, you're not alone. You are a person who deserves the best, and that if you need anyone to talk about these things, I am available for you too. And I might take a little bit longer on answering, but that does not mean that you're alone. And I think that the knitting community is a community that is very compassionate too. The knitting and crochet community are very compassionate, and you find a lot of people who gonna be there for you, even if they're not physically there for you. They're gonna be there for you no matter what. And I just basically want to thank everyone who has approached me, who have told me their stories too. I have talked to a few of them, and it just moves my heart on this compassion and empathy that everybody feels towards someone like me. So thank you so much for being part of my life, and thank you so much for really extending the hand, even though that we are not on the same city, we're not in the same part of the world. Thank you so much. You don't know how much it really means to me, and thank you. I have absolutely no other words than just saying thank you. I am so sorry that I have to live on this note. Basically, I will be coming back on the 30th of May. If you want to see the adventures that I am having while I'm traveling, please go ahead and search me in Mochi Mochi Yarns in Instagram. And I will be posting stories of the cities that I'm traveling, the things that I'm seeing. I'm gonna put some snippets of the stuff that I have seen for you, some pictures, and I'm hoping that I'm just gonna take some time off by that time. So I'm not gonna be posting any YouTube videos for the month of May, but I will totally keep myself, I'm sorry, I will keep you updated in Instagram. So I cannot wait to keep traveling with you guys and to show you all of the beautiful things that I see around the world and even here in my own city of Mannheim. Anyways, thank you so much for accompanying me. I see you then hopefully in Instagram. And in any case, I will try to post like a minute video or 2-minute video while I'm still in Japan. But the biggest video, it's going to come on the month of June. And I want to make a very big, at least like a 2-part video podcast in which I show you around, or at least just one video podcast in which I'm gonna show you a little bit of the snippet of what I actually traveled in between Prague and Japan. So I cannot wait to start this adventure and you being part of it. So please, if you want to be part of it, in the link below, you're gonna see my Instagram account, which is again at Mochi Mochi Yarns. And thank you so much for accompanying me. I send you so many hugs and many kisses. And I wish you all the best. And don't disappear. Let's stay in contact and have a beautiful month of May. Bye.